Okay, take two. I wanted to record a Barnes& and Noble book haul, basically, for you guys. I tried this once and it froze, so we're gonna try it again, and I hope it works. I have two books from Neil Gaiman. Gaiman, probably. Oh well. Neil. um, I loved the movie Stardust. I thought it was such a good movie. I thought it was really clever. And so, actually, while I was looking for the Witcher books, I ran across his section, and I thought this was just such a cool, like, it's made in a very 1920s, like, early 30s fantasy illustration. And so I thought, you know what? I never read it. Um, I can't imagine the book being worse than the movie, like books are always better, and since the Stardust movie is just a favorite of mine, I decided to grab this. I am currently on like page 10, 13. This is my bathroom book, so I just read it in the bathroom randomly, because everyone needs a good bathroom book, like something that if you forget your phone, you can just pick up a book. I also got Neverwhere, which I have heard about, never read. I know the concept is that they are in like a fantastical underground city. It's sort of like, I don't know if it's another dimension, but basically it's like London, but with fantasy elements. And I know they had a radio show, and I just thought it's got to be worth it, so I grabbed it. I was also going to grab Good Omens, but I didn't like either of the covers that they had, and I know that is such a basic, like, silly thing to want, but I just didn't like the way they looked, and so I thought I'll wait and get a better Good Omens cover. So yeah, those are the Neil books that I got. I also got some classics I'm pretty excited about. So I got Sense and Sensibility, which I have never read. I've heard really good things about. I want to read. I really don't know what it's about. It just says that she can't understand her sister. It looks like it's gonna be a story about sisters, so I'm assuming one is sensible and maybe the other is not. But I mean, how can you go wrong with a Jane Austen? And it's so pretty, and it feels really nice. It's like I don't know, it's almost like a velvety sort of cover. It's not a paperback. I mean, I guess it is, but it doesn't feel like it. So I like that. I'm excited to read that. I couldn't help myself. This was in the bargain bin, and I love Pride and Prejudice so much. And I actually didn't have a physical copy of Pride and Prejudice, and so I thought, you know what, I'll go ahead and grab it. I really liked the colors. I liked how it was like a pink, not even a pink, like a plum and a red. So, and it was $5, so totally worth it. However, not that I think I'll probably annotate this one, but then I was in Barnes and Noble. I think that was Books A Million, and the most beautiful Barnes and Noble edition. It has like the sprayed edges? Is that what they call it? But it's so beautiful, and it has such beautiful font, and I'm really excited for it. So I'm very happy to have found this. And this one was $15, which I thought was worth it because it was just so pretty. But I thought it was strange because, is it this one? Yeah, this one. So I also got Jane Eyre, which I have never read, but everyone says that it's a really good book, so I'm going to read it. This one is actually bigger, and it's $5 cheaper, so I guess this one just got the $5 tacked on because it's the most popular? I don't know. But I really, really want to read this. I tried Wuthering Heights one time when I was younger, like much younger, like a teenager, and it was just over my head. I couldn't understand it. So I'm hoping now that I'm older, I will understand Bronte's work and be able to interact with it and appreciate it better than I could when I was, 14 or 15. I also got Persuasion, which I am in love with this pink cover, and it has just the lightest, like purple, almost lavender edges. They almost look white, but off camera they're almost just like the palest lavender, but so beautiful. I've also not read this one, but it came highly recommended by a friend of mine who is really big into Jane Austen, so I'm hoping for the best. The last Barnes and Noble book that I got during that haul, because I have no self-control, is actually very different than what I normally read. I don't usually read like horror. I got House of Leaves, and it is the color edition. So I'm really excited. All I know about this is that it is a trip and a half. It's different, it's wild, and I think it's an adventure that I'm gonna enjoy. I hope. But yeah, just look how beautiful it is. I mean, I was so impressed with when I flipped it open, just like how it looks. Of course, I didn't know a lot about it. I've only just now started seeing it on BookTube, just now kind of getting back into that. And I'm excited. I'm a little scared of starting it because it is such a huge book. It's not so much the pages that intimidate me, but everyone says it's just something else. So I'm excited. When I was at Barnes and Noble, it was funny because I had to have help finding it because apparently I'm blind and I couldn't find the horror section. I just kept walking around in thrillers, lost. And so I had my husband with me, and we got the guy to help us find it. And when I plucked it off the shelf, there was this guy that was kind of just like staring, and I was like, okay, he's obviously not trying to like flirt because my husband is right here. And he kind of like came over and he was like, you ever read that before? And I was like, no, I just heard about it. And he just started like gushing about how it was such a good book, it was such a interesting read. And so I mean, he gave it a glowing recommendation. So I feel like that's when you know a book is good, when people in the bookstore are like, oh, I gotta like bond with you over that book. So that was pretty exciting. Oh man, and I do have another book. I guess I'll just leave it out there, but I had the Sword of Destiny in the Witcher series. I'm on book 2. I'm addicted. I love it. I love the Netflix series, so I decided to start reading the books before I did season 2 because I'm that person, and I didn't want to go into the Netflix series and then try to read the books and be like, nothing is the same. But so far, it has really been, like, true to the books. The adaptation has been so good. So yeah, I'm in, like, chapter 3 or 4 of that. So I'm excited. I think that'll be the first one I finish, and then I'll move on to these. But yeah, that is my Barnes & Noble book haul. I have a Goodwill haul that I'm going to talk about pretty soon. And I also want to kind of talk about my Kindle in a video because I'm really excited. I got the paperwhite and I'm loving it so far. So definitely goodbye. So that's it. That is my Barnes & Noble haul that I'm really excited about. And I'm really hoping to kind of get through some of these classics. And I don't know. I love Pride and Prejudice, so I can't imagine that I'm not going to like Persuasion and Sense and Sensibility. I loved Emma, so fingers crossed. All right, thank you. Bye.